Hello there, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back. And, yeah. Otherwise, the original card game for the win. And there's a few things I need to kind of show off here. There is a festival coming up, so that event I'll probably do over the weekend. I will probably record it, so there might be a little extra videoage. Also, I might do the color challenge, but I don't know if that has like a major timer on it. The bigger thing is I have an opportunity to go brawling again, because we have a Brawlers Guildhall event that I'd really like to go for. Also, there's another thing I'll show off maybe later, but we'll see. In this version, we're not actually having to pay in for it. Previously we have, so I think maybe that's kind of a thing that's kind of going out, so these may be free events from now on. You do have a certain limited amount of time to do it, in this case to April 16th for this particular event. And you can play it as many times as you want, so if you just like doing Brawl and you'd like to do that to maybe get some quests done, or maybe just to do Brawl because you like it, then you can totally do it this way. And right now, it seems, and it's kind of a monthly rotation, as to what card you're getting. This one is Bladewing the Risen, and I do want that. This is a historic card, all the way from Scourge being the original print, if I'm right, and that's from way back. But basically, Bladewing the Risen is a red-black dragon with it's like a 4/4 flyer with the ability to power up all dragons on the field for 1 red and 1 black, and also whenever Bladewing comes into play, you get to take a dragon creature card from your graveyard and restore it to the battlefield as well. So it's like a super dragon card. The ability to just pump all dragons up means if you have a clear flight line to them, it's gonna hit hard. And because Historic's going more into ranked the way that it kind of should have been from the first place, I'll probably re-evaluate and remix my Historic decks that I've kind of kept on for a while and kind of improve on that. And also just basically we don't have to worry too terribly much anymore in terms of ranked about what set was it from. You just have to remember in terms of your formatting of your deck saying whether or not it's standard or historic, and some things that are in Arena now are banned even in historic play and are only really used whenever you're doing it as a direct challenge. So, but this is for something that they've already designated as a fair card, because whenever they're doing some of these curated things that's not from a set overall, that they're still analyzing the results of, but they're doing it like from one of these events where you get that as your prize. That means that's kind of a curated card that's saying, yes, this is going to be is a fair in at least historic play. So I'm going to start this event, and because this is a Brawl format, you probably know which deck I'm going to use, because I don't think it's going to let me use... Yeah, it's not going to let me use my Historic Blacklit Mausoleum, because this is a Brawl standard, or what's considered... well, it's not so much standard, but what is a standard for Magic the Gathering anyhow? It's more like current, or... I'm trying to figure out a certain word, but I can dive in before I actually figure out what the word is. Well, you just current or current gestalt type play, but I don't think that even really applies for what I'm really going for. Modern play, I guess, would be a better term for it. This is hilarious. We are both playing with Garrick, and my Leyline Prowler is always a good thing to have on early. We also both have pets, which is nice to see. Yeah, those guys are fast. They come out super quick. We're both playing green-black, and he's got one that's more heavily a Blitzkrieg type creature, because that Banehound, it has haste and lifelink, so it comes out fast. So that is a good early start. And for just one black, it's hard to emphasize how much of a good card that really is. And it's a common. I do have some of those somewhere. Just haven't really put it into play. Well, I can see how much it would benefit my deck. But I kind of prefer going with a vampire thing for the thirst part of this. Aww. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do another round. If only my Leyline Prowler had been able to hold through that. Because it has Lifelink and Death Touch. It's just a good overall card. Oh, man. I really needed that land. What's the one I'd probably put out? Because I'm gonna get knocked anyhow this next couple of rounds. So, I just wasn't lucky enough this time. Flash Bridge Control is a good one to hold on to, but I'm just not getting mana fast enough. And now I get at least something I can afford, but it's just not enough. And my quests aren't really compatible with that. I mean, playing black spells, yeah. So I got a little in on that one. But in terms of other things like destroying creatures, which is where my quests are mostly heavily orientated around now, no. So that one was a definite quick dud. I mean, if this goes quick enough the other way, and now we have someone doing Judas the Scourge Diva, so we're not doing the same commander. Oh. I like where this is going. Because I have my Ginger Brute ready. So it is time to have the food get revenge. Of course, it's starting on their turn, so they might have something fast enough. Nope, they did not. I'm kind of surprised at that. Ginger Brute. You are a fat little gingerbread man. Go for it. Okay. I'll go ahead and let them get in. Because I need to be able to cook that up and really get things going. Okay. I should be able to rack at least something like that. Well, I'd like to get my Shadow Spear out. See, that's gonna be good, but yeah, I can afford to prep my Shadow Spear instead. Maybe get it equipped up with my giant skewer next time. See, can I gain a little life, or can I smash something? That guy is going to be a problem. It'd be good to get him out of the way quickly. I can also start munching and get heavier damage, because this skewer, I do love the skewer. Well, I do have some other creatures I can play soon, I hope, depending on my mana level. Will I be lucky enough for mana level this time? Well, I did get to munch some life, so that's good. Yeah, that guy and his goblins is a problem. Because Krinko 10 Street Kingpin, this guy starts off small, but there's reasons why he's such a legend. And of course, I can also say that about some other cards I have. Not quite a creature. Yeah, it needs something to actually enchant. So, got the wrong land that time. Well, if they get just a little bit more green, things could really take off quickly. He was also almost able to play Garrick. I need like one more land. Judith the Scourge Diva. This is where things get painful. Because Judith powers up everything, literally, like, point of power to every other creature you've got. So this will be a lot of damage really fast. And yeah, she's still in current play. Still not sure what's up with this guy not doing his fire thing that he used to do, but not being able to do it anymore. But yeah, I mean, he kind of added the little flame takeoff there, so yeah, it kind of works good. Oh, thank goodness. Can't equip that yet, but I should be able to soon. Also, with this guy, I might actually be able to have enough mana to do something, but... Slaughter Priest of Mogis. Okay. That's gonna be a pain. Aw, Plague Crafter. Because they make everybody attack. Sacked his Slaughter Priest. Interesting decision. Judith and the Vampire are gonna combo. I just wasn't lucky enough this time. But, another time I will be. Will it be within the time limit? We'll see. Or just within some generic amount, because I'm curious, can I pull off a double? And also see what the color challenge is about, too. I don't think so. It'll probably be a separate video. I just was not lucky that last couple of rounds. I did get to cast a few things from my quest, though. At least that's a little progress. And at least because of multicolor rules, I get red and green considered whenever I get out my my Leyland Prowler. Oh gosh. Yark the Desecrated. Ooh, my Knight of the Ebon Legion. I'm always packing something for a quick start. This time I've got plenty of land to sack. Still debating whether or not I'm going to keep him back down. He poofed? Does he always get reamed by this card or something? I knew that I could get lucky, but I didn't think it would be an early nope-out. That was not what I was expecting. But yeah, now I can show just what I mean by the card. I mean, goodness sakes. Fly, now 7 converted mana cost. This could take a while unless you really know how to pump your mana pool. But this is a legendary creature, Dragon Zombie, red and black, with flying. Whenever Blade Wing the Risen enters the battlefield, you may return target dragon permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Pay 1 black and 1 red specifically. Dragon creatures, like, all over the field, get +1/+1 until end of turn. I mean, for 3 generic, 2 black, and 2 red, that's still pretty good. But yes, obviously I'm claiming that. But now I can show some other things, because that was just a bizarre early out. Or early through, or whatever. But let me just kind of show something just kind of fun that's popped up recently. It's a puppet version of Jace. Which is very ironic because he's usually the one pulling the mental strings with his mind magic. So it's like, what's up with that? Oh, and there's that little thing. So I'm going to check out the color challenge right now, I guess. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I just...
If fighting tooth and claw is what it takes, then so be it.
But yeah. But yeah, you get all sorts of extra copies of cards for these. Including some that are card styles. Are there any that I don't have yet? I'm not entirely sure about that Loxodon Life Chanter. Okay.
Let's see if you're worthy.
Season of Growth, maybe? Wake Root Elemental looks awesome. Don't remember if I have one or not. And that's the same with a lot of these, but I could try green and see how that goes. See, am I playing with mine or not? That's the thing I don't know. Because it was looking like I was going to be doing a specific deck. And it looks like I can't do a lot of different formats. Okay, if I go through here, I can reformat it and play the deck through the color challenge anyhow. It's apparently going to be going up against a lot of different things. So let's just flip this over to the other polarity, shall we? Good. There we go. Oh, can it just, like, quickly just flip them over from your commander to otherwise now? Is that how that happened? I'm not seeing where my, where did my... Where did Garrett go? Still got Store of Nebraska. Yes. Let me do this part first and make sure. Okay. So flip that. Okay, it didn't take from in there, so that's... It is hilarious how many copies of him I have gotten at random. It really is. Okay, so let's see what this Hunger Challenge is all about. Because if I can select any of my decks, which I did not originally know for sure...
How this thing goes is up to you, pal.
Then this could be really good.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
Okay, so let's see if any of these pop up and say first. Because I think you kind of got to go in order, kind of like you do in some story modes in Magic the Gathering, let's say. I think they're playing a certain deck. Ooh, I get my Cauldron from... okay. Yeah, I can go with this. Yeah, they got more than one of those. artifacts out fast. That's nice. Can't get past that yet, though. I'm gonna have to prep up. Oh, but will I equip next? Or Leyline Prowler? Okay. This is where things get iffy. I've been against that Stormfist Crusader before. He's like hilariously iffy. And it will, let's just say it'll be very good that I'm going to get in some competitive life drain. Because things are going to go down heavy. It won't be enough power and toughness to kill that, though. So, play my Leyline Prowler. Prep to get a little more mana. Okay. You see, this is where things happen. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. So I need to do a lot of life drain to keep up with this over time. Ooh, Deathless Knight. But my Guildmage's Forum, I need to have another land out to use that. Because I need to transform 1 point of mana, and then if I got something multicolored, I get an extra counter. But then this guy can attack immediately, and he keeps coming back like crazy. Okay. They're doing twice X damage, so they're gonna just blow him away. I can't block that with just that alone. It has menace. I thought it was for... Oh, yeah, okay. This would work, kind of? Kinda not. Can prep it just in case. Well, since I can. And I'm gonna probably have a slight issue soon anyhow, so I might as well start gulping some life. They're gonna be powering up those guys pretty quickly. Oh, that could come in handy. This guy is using a reckless strategy. I mean, first of all, Stormfist Crusader. And now Spawn of Mayhem. So he is just burning life points, too. I mean, sure, it's getting powered up, but it is reckless. Like, seriously reckless? Oh, my Savage Gorger. I could totally go with that. Vraska, maybe? At Bognot, he could just get some stuff done. Or do I rush down? I think I'm going to rush down. Because I would love to smash that Spawn of Mayhem right out of there. Didn't go for it. I got a land out of that, which is always nice. Okay, he's gonna try to lifelink himself back up like I did. Yep, there goes my Leyline Prowler specifically. This is gonna be a bit heavy. Yeah, it'll be enough to take me out this round, kind of. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, that was an arrow. But I won't be able to keep that up. Kinda has been. Ish. I think I'll play Gareth for now. Get that counter down.
Watch out. These woods get awful dark.
I do need to kill creatures, so let me just eliminate something here. Thank you. Oh, I got my
Looks
questing
like
beast,
you
but it's a
weren't
bit too
fit to
late.
Survive.
Yep, you can see how reckless he was, because only 5 points left. I mean, he seriously shredded his life there in exchange for power, so he had quite a trade-off. See, that showed I didn't get the prize, but it has him checked off already, which is really weird. So I was like, seriously? Oh yeah. This is gonna be a heavy black run. Yep, can't get to things. Now does he have a Legion? Yeah, sometimes you can interact with stuff on the field, but you kind of need to check it out. Just little details they put in. Oh, if that builds all the way up to that Clack Bridge Troll, then this mana is just being beautiful at this time. I'm not really seeing this being the color challenge right now. Because he's using red, I'm using my own deck. Is this thing actually working the right way? I mean, sure, he's got a white avatar, but I was choosing green. And someone explained to me why this event isn't working right. Or isn't even an event. I know it's just kind of a thing to do. Yeah, I need to power up my Savage Gorger, so need to start gulping. Spell Gorger weird. That thing can power up quickly too. So this is yeah, I'll wait on that one. It has to be my end step, so I definitely need to do it. Sometimes I forget that part. See, I can do these rising damage runs too. It just partially depends on my luck. It's about to get really wild next round. Oh, G is reading. I got burned. I'm about to see a very large creature. And I have had the most crazy... Okay. Now, will you feed the troll? Decide to sacrifice to the troll or not. Oh! Oh my gosh. He did not in fact feed the troll. Did they forget it's an 8-8 with trample? They may have forgot that was an 8-8 with trample. There you go, do the spin. If I'm not getting the upper flamethrower, I'm going to get the spin. Ah, we have Dragonauts. They're little fairies. See, 1, 2, 3. Looks like they got about 6 points, so this won't really harm this guy. They fed the troll. They fed the troll this time. Well, guess what? I think they realize now what trample meant. Maybe they're newer to the game than I thought they were. Still, that Spellgorger weird. Kind of. I was gonna do this on their turn if they... whether they actually attacked or not, so might as well. My wicked wolf, but I literally have no green. Okay. Funny joke. Okay, will you feed the troll? Nope, you're just going to nope out. Okay. Now, will this show me what cards I've got? Because... we'll see. Again, it's acting like I've done everything, so maybe this is kind of like doing the tutorial, or maybe it's because I've got copies of pretty much most of this stuff. So let me back out and go back in. Maybe choose another color. And see what I can see about this.
What is more precious than life?
Maybe I have to select on them. Maybe that's how this goes. So let's... there isn't like a direct back out button, which is kind of weird. Just saying. So let's see.
Wild animals I like. People, not so much.
Let me see here. Which is the one that I'm not entirely sure if I got? The Wake Root Elemental, I might not. So let's see if it works out kind of like this. Let's go with checking out the Voracious Hydra. Oh, it's saying... What is this? Okay, so is it really saying what... Is it saying what I'm going against or not? Okay, so that was done totally wrong. There's like a specific way this needs to be done. So... Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this as green versus black and see if that works. This Forester's Might is a heavy green deck. And some of these are default decks that actually are kind of handed in early on. So you're kind of going with the default one. Okay, so it is doing it where right now I am officially green. So this is how this is supposed to work. I don't know why it even let you do what I did before. What was up with that? It's like, seriously. Yeah, I will let them for now. Because that was a mutual kill. And I think this is going to count towards my quest. Aww. Activate ability. Hexproof. And I still kill you. It's a Unicard. This one is super loaded with lands, just saying. Growth cycle, hey, I've got it, so Silverback Shaman. I'm gonna run him over next time, because growth cycle is big. You activated my special ability. That happened. I can actually just obliterate them outright. You have to block, or you will get rammed. So I just wrecked their field. And I have a really big mammoth incoming. He is not big enough to stop what's coming. Done that one first and let it settle, but this is gonna just hit like an absolute semi. Because it was a really, really big elephant. got lots of mana. I think I have enough force. Thank you. Yes, I will run him over with an angry elephant. It's a proud pachyderm, it is. I don't know why I went pirate on that, but I did. Oh, this is gonna get even bigger. The growth cycle has an ability where it checks it according to how many cards you have of itself in your graveyard, so she's so such a goner. So this is how this was supposed to be played, apparently. Now, were any of those first cards, because I have collected a lot of cards in this game already. Yeah, it didn't say anything about a prize. That's what I'm wondering, is what is... Because you're supposed to be getting rewards. Have I literally collected pretty much all this? Because it does have checks on it. So I'm wondering, is there anything out of this color challenge I hadn't actually kind of just collected overall? So let's go through them and see what they... If there's anything I hadn't done yet. Okay, because it has like multiple checks on these.
A manipulation of the mind.
So I'm wondering, have I literally gotten everything from regular play? Because it is possible. I have been playing this game a lot.
I've conquered death, as I will conquer you.
And I am pretty sure I have a lot of those cards, so I'm wondering what's anything that I haven't already got out of that. Just please, I mean, it would be nice if I got a prize.
So much to do, so much to see. I'm fired up.
Yes, I even have a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay, so... Although it might be interesting to see if I get another copy or something. Shivan Dragon is such a classic, though. I don't know if I've actually... got more than one. I'd be playing the red deck. Or I'd be playing the blue deck. That is an enormous zombie. But I think I can take black again. So this is fire versus death. How do you quantify that? At least I'm checking. I'm gonna check. If I can win this fast enough, then I will see if I get an actual reward for it, because I think it was basically saying that I might. Because otherwise I've already gotten all this stuff, and it would be just kind of funny. Speaking of kind of funny, remember how the other deck was based on a card that had it where you check the number of copies of that card in your graveyard, and it rewards you for having multiple copies? Well, that just happened. The Barony Vampire is now... Let's just go Super Blizzard. You will be overwhelmed with goblins very quickly. Just saying that. Yeah, the Barony Vampire is okay, but I've got a shock card. Get roasted. I don't even think this is really a player. I think this is just like computer. This is hilariously perfect timing. So that gets him out of my way. There's only 2 of you to block. So you are just only going to be able to block that many, and you're done. That was over faster than greased lightning. Like, seriously quick. I am getting quests done. Obviously, I will claim that prize money. Well, let me check something in my decks. Collection? 'Cause I'm figuring out, because yeah, that's a new one because I got that from the event. Let's see, red. Oh, yeah, let's just say red collected. And let's not go for the mana cost per se. Let's just check through red specifically. It was a decently high cost card. It's just not showing me getting them, which would be weird because this isn't exactly a regular event either. It's something different. It's like something they're doing through it, but it's not like found on the side as an event, which is kind of different and unusual, and I'm just not sure how to put that. It's just something that's just not going over the same. Yeah, I have my own Krinko, just saying. I'm gonna have a fun time doing him in Historic again with all the new stuff. Oh gosh, he is very fun. Where was that dragon? It was a fairly large dragon. It's a classic dragon. But is it the... Oh, it's not that dragon. It's not Varric's Bladewing. Oh, and I can play this thing again. Oh, that'll be beautiful. It was the Shivan dragon. Did I miss over it? Lathless Dragon Queen. Ah, here it is. Shivan Dragon. Okay, so this is what I was wondering, is if maybe because I already technically had it, it wasn't announcing it. So it's showing that right now I've got 2 copies. So let's do this again and see if it adds 3, and if that's how it's working. That it's just like directly adding them in and not actually telling you that that's your prize. Because I'm wondering if there's like a technical issue in this. So let's go...
I think I'm a decent enough pyromancer.
Let's do this again. Since that's how you select it. And let's see if it directly adds the copy. Because that was a fast fight, so I got a little time. And it's building to very similar beginning. Like an incredibly similar beginning. Are we literally going to have a repeat of the last match? I wouldn't mind if it was a repeat of the last match. It's just kind of hilarious. Oh. I could kind of put more stuff on. Again, this is just kind of a bit of a carbon copy of the last match. So I don't think they're really done by players. I think these are done by computer. This is like a pre-ordered deck sort of situation. Because it's almost perfectly the same. Almost. All I need is another copy of yeah, 2 Rotting Regisaurs, just like last time, and then another copy of Goblin Gathering. Literally just making the statement as it came in. Hit all attack, they can only block 2, and they're gone. So it's literally a carbon copy of the last round. How often? I mean, the statistics against that happening, unless this is a pre-ordered deck situation, is absolutely hilarious. I mean, astronomically, it is still counting towards my quests, which just makes this even funnier. So let me elucidate myself here and do the same thing that I did with red. And it'll automatically start with collected, so I don't even really need to set that. Let's just see if I can get to Shivan Dragon again. I know it's slightly past Varric's Blade Wing. Okay, no. Okay, so I have 2 copies already. And it's not adding a 3rd. So I think this is more meant to be a challenge for beginners in Arena, where it's just kind of showing them how the colors match up and what they tend to do. Because I've already went through a lot of the initial stuff in the game, and it's given me a lot of my decks, so this might be like a new take on it, where you just kind of have an opportunity to do that later on, or just kind of review how it works or something. So I'm not sure, but I think this is really meant to be just kind of a beginner's lesson, but since I'm an advanced player, it just doesn't quite feel the same. So it's like, yeah, I've been there, done that, so it's no wonder I've literally got everything on the board for the color challenge. Now, again, it is going towards my quest, so this is going to be, like, stupid fast after this. So I'm going to go back into that off camera and just fulfill these quests, because that I will have way more than enough money to do that festival. I'll probably get myself a couple packs. In fact, I could kind of just grab myself a couple packs right now and still have more than enough, because these festivals are for 2,500 and I've got over 4,700, so I can just totally just grab a couple packs, open them as an end of thing. I think I'll take one of Theros Beyond Death and one of War of the Spark. Yeah, one of War of the Spark. I know I'm also into Throne of Eldraine, but I got most of what I want from Throne of Eldraine already. And that's pretty cool, actually. So I have some left over for that. I'll do War of the Spark first. Okay. Dust Mantle Operative can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater, so that comes in handy whenever you're up against green and very big things. Got another Krenko, which is fair. I do love his quote, "After the people flee, but before the enemy arrives, that's grabbing time." Yeah, he's a total street thug. We know this. But he's a street thug with a lot of goblins behind him, so he's a mob boss. Ooh, okay, got a couple of new ones. Shoal Kraken. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card, so maybe. But the Entrancing Liar, that thing I know can be annoying. I went up against it before. You may choose not to untap Entrancing Liar during your untap step. Pay X, tap it. Tap target creature with power X or less. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as it remains tapped. This used to be more often a thing in Magic Gathering to have cards like this that you could use for locking down a creature and then just choosing to undo later if you wanted to, or needed to because the creature was no longer there. So that's almost like some old school cards, so just saying. A mythic rare wild card? I'm gonna have to think if I want to bank that or get something with it, because I'm kind of stockpiling some wild cards, as you know. Some of this is meant for whenever the next set comes out, which is Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths. I'm curious what all is going to be worth unleashing the bigger rare cards against, like rare, mythic rare, and what all is going to be great for common and uncommon. It's basically the whole thing. So there's a reason why I'm stockpiling. I needed to do mythic rare for a event earlier, but now I'm just kind of good for a while, although I might come back to that. So we'll see. But for now, we'll just see what happens. But Ikoria is looking like it's going to be awesome, because it's going to be possible to put counters on creatures that just give them the appropriate ability, like a flying counter to make it a flying creature, trample counter for a creature with trample, etc. Because the whole point of Ikoria will be building up creatures. Like you start with maybe like a few little, like a few small creatures, and then just make them enormous. Because the whole point is they're growing from this tiny creature to this enormous behemoth. And it's kind of the theme about it. And it has like all sorts of cool stuff that's going to be out. And I'm still looking out myself for any of the any spoilers on it or hints they're giving out. But it's shaping up to be what's going to be a really cool set. It's going to be like almost revolutionary, because I don't think they've ever done one bottom up like this before, from what they're saying. It's like a totally wild idea. So we're going to see where this goes. It's going to be quite a journey, especially on Arena, where it's all electronic, and it's going to be heavily based on counters and tokens. So, I mean, if we were going old school with, there's this black card that was always absolutely nasty, and if that was allowed in modern play, it would absolutely wreck anything from that set. It was called Ether Snap, and it basically just removed all counters from every permanent and removed all tokens of any sort from play in one shot, and for not very much. So it would just eradicate things, even in modern times. Like, not just creatures that were token creatures or had been built up with counters, but this would also just nail every planeswalker on the field, because it would also get rid of all loyalty counters. So that's why that card, you're probably not going to be seeing it in Arena, because nowadays it's just too freaking strong. You just say, remove anything that's not technically a card itself. Just poof. And I love the quote on it. May you wake to find you were only ever a dream. Mithrida's Curse. So it's like, yeah, it's like it just takes away that which is not real. But yeah, we're going to figure that stuff out later. For now, I'll be logging off. I'll be doing a little stuff off camera. I've got more than enough to do this festival event, but I'm going to be getting more. So we'll see. But this is going to be probably something up next. I didn't really expect to do the color challenge in this video. I was thinking it was going to take longer for me to get through that Brawlers Guildhall event. But stuff happens. Sometimes you get an early nope out. I was really looking forward to showing off the power of that deck design again, especially when I've kind of made a modification and put in the Questing Beast in place of my Fierce Witchstalker. I mean, the Fierce Witchstalker was based more around the theme of food, but you gotta admit, the big, hungry, angry Quest Beast would go with it with the power of the hunt. So, maybe I'll turn it back, but Questing Beast is just considerably more awesome in a lot of categories. So I was really hoping to play him, but didn't show up this time. Oh well. Well, I'm logging out for now. Hope to hear from you all later. Bye for now, everybody, and remember, MTG forever.